wonder why I'm left here on my own. Could it be my destiny is to live this life alone? These dark and rainy days have turned me cold. Lonely sleepless nights getting old. And I get a feeling that I've seen the last of you. Rio de Janeiro blues. Rio.
Yes, indeed. Rio de Janeiro Blues. And we want to say a big shout out to everybody today. Thank you so much for joining us for another Mike Parlett Radio Show. And as always, it is my pleasure to have the lovely Hope Diamond on the line again.
It's so amazing.
Here she is
It
today.
is so amazing to... Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to have you here, Hope. And there she is.
So amazing.
You can hear yourself.
I really love it that we're here today on this very hot, warm day in LA. Warm day in LA.
It's unbelievably hot today, for listeners, but that's okay. We're going to keep the music hot and make it cool as well. How about that? It is me, Mike Parlett, complete with my mask as usual, and we got my very special guest in the house today. It's Roberto Vally, bass player for Bobby Caldwell and many others. We're going to be talking to him very shortly, and great to have your company today.
Thank you, Mike.
And how about a little bit of Matt Johnson with the music? That's what we're doing today. Want to say a big thanks to all our listeners joining us today on the show. Mike Parlett Radio Show, right here. Yes, indeed. And it is Matt Johnson, and with the music, that's what we like to do, to be with the music, right here on the Mike Parlett Radio Show. And I know that song is doing really well for him right now.
Wow, that's a hip song.
Great to be here. And of course, we have the lovely Hope Diamond here as well, co-presenting the show today. There she is, yes. And my very special guest in the house today is, we did actually open the show with that Randy Crawford version of Rio de Janeiro Blue. Well, the man, one of the men who plays on that song is the man sitting there right now. If you're watching me live on Facebook, it is the incredible Mr. Roberto.
Yes,
Vally. Great to have you here, Roberto.
Beautiful to have him here.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
How
really,
you doing?
really great to be here.
And what's been going on with you, sir? You've got a new album out. That's why we're here today.
I got a new album out. Yeah, it dropped at the end of February, just as like the COVID virus, came to play as well. So it was kind of a bit of a non-release, but it's been very, very well received. And I've had a lot of great feedback about it. And I had a lot of my friends that I've worked with over the years contribute on the record with both playing and co-writing. So, it's a great record. My third CD. It's entitled Tranquila, and it features the likes of David Benoit and Peter White, and my buddy Tom Schumann from Spyro Gyra, who's just an amazing keyboard player. And yeah, it's full of surprises.
Yeah.
Lots of mixture of different styles like that I like to do. Yeah, man.
That's very cool, Roberto. Now, you were last here, can you believe it? You were last here in the studio back in 2013. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my first album, Boom Boom Boom.
Right, absolutely. That's the last time, and we were really excited about that album because you were here, and we were talking about that, and I looked it up again last night because I thought, when did that come out? I thought maybe it's about 2 or 3 years back, but no, 2013. And since then, you've had another album out called Pure Lines as well.
Correct. Yes.
Very cool. But with no further ado, let's play a track from the new album. This is your one that features Tom Schumann. This is called Mr. Beast. Tell us about this.
You want to hear a little bit about Mr. Beast? Well, I named it for Paul. I named it for Tom because he is a beast of a keyboard player. He's just incredible. You'll hear him. But I asked Siri like a question, and she replied something about Mr. Beast. And I'm like, how did she get that? And I quickly wrote it down. And I said, I got to use that for a song or something.
Yeah,
I got to write a book, maybe an autobiography called Mr. Beast. But I think it applies nicely to this next track that you'll hear that features my buddy Tom Schumann back from my Spyro Gyra days.
The Mike Parlett Radio Show. My special guest in the house is the incredible Mr. Roberto Vally. We are going to have him play a little bit of bass. I'm going to let him play my bass a little bit later on, if that's all right with you guys. Right here on Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century soul station. Hope Diamond in the chair as well. Say hello to the folks. Yeah.
What a pleasure to be here in LA today, darling.
Yes, it is. I love that accent. Great. Wow. Where did you get that from?
I know. It's
It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show,
that's hot,
and
isn't it?
very, very cool. Mr. Beast.
Oh, that's hot.
That
That's
track,
hot.
and certainly very aptly titled track. My very special guest in the house today is the incredible Mr. Roberto Vally, and it's great to have you here, Roberto.
Thank you again for having me here.
Love that track. Very nice. And I did ask Roberto if he writes all his own songs, and you said that you do. So
I do, but however, there was one song that maybe we can play that I did not write. I did a cover, and I was given the suggestion by a DJ in England. Maybe you know him. I'm sure you guys are buddies. Stefan Quirk with Fusion Flavors.
Steve Quirk, yeah.
Yes.
Steve Quirk's Fusion Flavors.
He
Very good
loves
friend
me.
of mine, yes.
He loves me, and he's interviewed me before, and I asked him, Steve, man, how did you find me all the way in England? Like, because I don't have anybody promoting my music. And he said, Roberto, I'm one of those guys that I love to look at the backs of records and look at the discography, the credits, and I seen your name on so many different albums. And when I heard that you had your own album out, I had to run out and get it, and I love it. And so he's interviewed me. So after my second album and my second interview with him, right at the end, he said, hey, Roberto, before you leave, I want to give you a suggestion. Bobby Caldwell, Down for the Third Time, Roberto style. And a little light went on in my head, and I went, I wonder what does he mean by that? Maybe I should check that out. And I took it to task, Mike, and I did my own little version of it. I wanted Bobby to sing on it, and bless his heart, he just claimed that he didn't have it in him because he sang it when he was 27 years old.
No.
And I thought, well, who can I get to do it? And a lot of Bobby's the band members, they were saying, well, why don't you take a crack at it, Roberto? And so I did.
Let's hear this track.
Down for the Third Time, off of Bobby's first album, redone in the end of 2019.
Let's check it out. This is off the brand new album from my special guest in the studio today. It is Roberto Vally. I have to say I've had the abject pleasure of playing with Roberto a number of times on lots of different projects, and actually Roberto's going to be playing on Hope's new album.
Yes, I'm so excited
come up
about
to the
it.
mic.
I mean, this is just a dream come true
Yeah.
to have you. Thank you so much, Roberto. I'm really excited about you being with me on this.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
gets really excited about all kinds of things.
I do. Well, especially when it comes to the album and it's coming out, and Roberto's going to be on it. That's
Roberto
exciting.
is definitely going to be on it, and it's lovely to have Hope Diamond here with us today, and thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming.
much.
So let's have a listen. This is featuring. I didn't know you could sing actually.
I didn't know I
Sing.
could sing either.
Oh, well,
we're
you can hear it in
I've
his
never heard you
inflection.
sing, so now we're going to hear you sing. We're going to do a competition as well, listeners. We're going to give away a copy of Roberto's
Oh,
album
laugh at
today.
that
Is that
we're
all right?
gonna
Can we do
sing.
that, Roberto?
Yeah, we can do that.
We're going to give away a copy of Roberto's album. It's called Tranquilla. Tranquilla. And it's up for grabs. Here it is. I'm showing it to you if you're looking at
Beautiful.
our live feed today. There it is. It's got some very cool
it's stunning.
cover, and I like it. Looks really natty. And see on the back there, you have Roberto playing his upright bass, which he, in my opinion, is one of the top guys on upright bass, along with electric bass as well, which he also plays. But anyway, so enough about that. Enough of me talking. Let's have a listen to this.
Can't wait.
This is the track featuring Roberto singing, and it's Down for the Third Time, the Bobby Caldwell classic, right?
It's an obscure classic, but it is a classic nonetheless.
Have a listen to this. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show here on Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century soul station.
Now you're down for the third time, and you spent your change. Daddy won't mind when you rearrange your life.
Yes, indeed. It is the Mike Parlett Radio Show. We are back on again. Great to have Roberto here in the house. He's got my bass in his hand. Is it in tune, Roberto?
Not really.
Not really.
The snark thing that's on it, it's a tuner, but it doesn't turn on.
Oh, maybe the battery's dead. Yes. There he is with the bass. Wow, very cool. It is the Mike Parlett Radio Show, and there we go. Roberto has a bass in hand, and never give Roberto a bass in hand because it's quite a dangerous thing to do. Play.
Oh, okay. Well.
Should we play something? You want to play something? Before we do that, we're gonna maybe play a little tune for you, with just maybe some bass and sax, and we're just gonna jam something for you. What do you think? Should we do that, Roberto?
We can do that. Yeah. Maybe we can play a standard.
Yeah.
Give him some real jazz.
Just bass and sax. Or
Bass and sax.
Yeah, and a little vocal.
Yeah. Very nice.
And some vocals too. Yeah. Yes.
I absolutely love that vocal on there, Roberto. Fantastic. We're going to keep talking to Roberto, but before we do, tell us about your Randy Crawford days. You've did some work with her, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Amazing lady.
I played 10 years with the lady. The original band was with Boney James, actually, and Mark McMillan and Len Richards and Alan Hines, and then Boney was getting very popular. He wanted to do his own shows, so we got Gary Bias, who plays with that band Earth, Wind and Fire. So Gary was our guy, and he just played so wonderfully, saxophone and flute. And we had Leon Biscara take over the keyboard chair, and I was her MD, and we went all around the world many times over.
Wow!
And,
were you on any of the albums that she played?
Actually, how I was on one of her albums was I wrote a song with her.
Oh.
And it's on the album Randy Crawford, Every Kind of Mood, Randy.
Oh.
And you know what Randy means in English terminology, right?
Yeah, it means it's
You're kind of in heat.
What was the name of the song that you wrote with her?
It's called Changes.
Changes.
And I wrote that with Randy many moons ago.
Oh,
and
I can't wait. Oh.
Well, isn't that funny? Because I have it right here now. Here is the song off the album. It's Randy Crawford, Every Kind of Mood, and written with Roberto Vally. Randy Crawford, my special guest in the house today. We are very proud to have you here, Roberto.
Fantastic.
Maybe you could play along on the bass, play along with it. Do you remember the bass line? Yeah.
But this was recorded in Germany with a German band.
Oh,
so
okay. Let's check it out.
Not my favorite resolution, I gotta tell you.
Everybody does. Though they're subtle ones. Whether it's the way we look at life and all of life's possibilities, or the way we comb our hair, or interesting faces. Becomes night, when night becomes morning, when wrong becomes right, when right becomes a warning, when the good in us becomes better, when the good die young, when we look at all the seasons to find we've challenged none. Whether it's the way we look at mountains, decorating our horizons, or the way we search our hearts to free our minds. Oh, changes, changes. Oh, changes.
Jamming.
More.
That's great.
more.
I just love that song. I've never heard that song. Did you wrote that song for Randy?
Why have you hidden it?
Why have you hidden it?
I assure you, I won't hide anything.
You just need the right vocalist with it again,
I
like
just
you had
need the
before.
right- I need the right vocalist. No, but I'm
That's
really.
right. We want hope. We want hope.
See, I write my songs around bass lines, bass and drums, and so when I haven't heard that song in years, but
Sounds great.
Listening to it, I remember how I wrote it.
Yes.
and why.
Was it about a time, an era?
Actually, I just put it to Randy. I said, hey, why don't you put some lyric on it and talk about changes, good good times, bad times.
Look at there.
And she took it to task. Yeah.
Maybe we should. It's a very apropos
Yes.
time to maybe re-release that song on your own. Maybe we should do it. Yeah, right now. Changes is might be a good time to do that song. What do you think?
Yeah.
Is that
Her
crazy?
lyric-
Is that-
I think so.
Her lyric is very heartfelt, and
They are, they are.
I mean, she could sing about anything, and it would feel good, sound good, but it's definitely apropos. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep. There you go. There he is. My special guest in the house is Mr. Roberto Vally.
The bassman.
We swapped seats there so we could see him and he could play a little bit of bass for us. And you're listening to me, the Mike Parlett Radio Show. We're going to play another song from the new album. What would you like to play, Roberto, and why?
Okay. Well, I'd like to feature. Let's see. I want to feature Daniela Soledad. She is a Brazilian lady that I found on Facebook, and I was looking for a singer, preferably female, preferably Brazilian,
Right.
and her husband Nate Nager, he responded to me, and he put me to his wife Daniela, and Nate and we worked together with Jessie J many years back. So
right.
that's how I knew Nate, and he told me, yeah, man, my wife, this girl Daniela, she is the granddaughter of Brazilian musical royalty. Her grandfather wrote with Antonio and performed with Antonio Carlos Jobim, and I sent her the track, and basically she came up with all the lyric and melody, and it's called A Minha Dor, which means my pain, my sorrow.
Amina Dor.
A Minha Dor. Yes.
Okay, let's have a listen to this.
Check that out.
This is off the new album, and you can get it right now. It's already out. When did it come out?
It came out end of February, beginning of March, and you could order it on CD Baby, or you could listen to it on Spotify or YouTube. But the best way to get it is going to robertovalley.com, and you'll get a signed copy from yours truly.
Oh,
I think
right.
that's so
Great.
good. It's beautiful.
My special guest in the house today is the amazing Mr. Roberto Vally. It's always great to play with you, and we're going to hear a bit more from him.
Well, I mean, it's me
It
playing.
is the Mike Parlett Radio Show. My very special guest in the house is Roberto Vally, and wow, I mean, when you actually look at how many records and things that you've actually been on, Roberto, it goes quite a number, and it's really amazing how many how many records you've been on. You've actually worked with Michael Franks as well, which is pretty amazing.
I before I even moved to LA, I was asked to do a big tour of Michael's. He released an album that was produced by Tommy LaPuma, Walter Becker from Steely Dan, and Jeff Lorber. And I played with Michael for a year, and it was actually touring with Michael that while I was touring with Michael, I heard this song on the radio with my family, and I knew the second I heard the voice, it was Bobby. And I went, oh my God, Bobby Caldwell, he's back. And I ran out and bought the cassette. The name of the song is called Real Thing, and that's what prompted me to get in touch with his record label and invite Bobby to hear me play with Michael Franks, and the rest is history.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so let's have a listen to it. This is Real Thing. This is from an album that went back to 1991 called Heart of Mine.
I was a baby then.
And of course, In the Name of Love was on there, some of the Bobby Caldwell classics. But this one, Real Thing, what made you pick this apart from...
Well, I listen to the lyric, man. Yeah. I mean, Bobby knew how to pen a lyric and a melody, and there's all these kind of counter melodies, and it's all Bobby singing.
Bobby's a great keyboard player himself as well.
He's a great guitar player, great keyboard player, just monster.
Real Thing, Bobby Caldwell, right here on the Mike Parlett Radio Show. I want to say a shout out to a few people listening today. I want to say a big shout out to Sue Ray. Thank you for tuning into the show, Sue. And always nice to know you're here. I want to say hi to Anita Dominguez as well, listening to the show. And I also want to say hi to Guy Hertowitz as well, tuned, and Dave Thomas as well. Thank you, Dave, for tuning.
Tell me why it's so hard to find somebody who will stand by me and take the time to understand. And so
to say a big shout out to Steve McCann. See Michael McCann listening to the show today. I know Hope would like to say hi to him as well. Yes.
Hey, love bug. Can't wait for our time.
Yeah, indeed. It is the Mike Parlett Radio Show. And it's great to be here. Roberto was playing the bass line. You actually remembered that bass line.
I remember that, yes. Wow. Fond memories of playing that all over the world.
He was playing the bass line, listeners. As we spoke, it was very cool to hear him play.
You can hear all the wrong notes.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. It's music.
Not so bad.
It's jazz.
Not so bad. Yes, indeed. Roberto has my bass. Do you like
yes.
that bass? Is it
I
nice?
like it, man. It sounds good.
Is it good?
That's special.
I'll play on this thing on Wednesday.
Action's good, is it?
Action's fine.
Oh, okay. You want to play that on Wednesday?
I don't mind.
All right.
I can do that.
You mean he's going to play that on my song Wednesday?
I played that on your song.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
You have to talk in the mic, because nobody can hear you.
You did. You did. Wait, I can't. I'm not listening to. Well, I can't. Hello. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
You did that on my bass.
Yes, I
and
did.
now he's going to do it on my song too.
Yeah, isn't that?
I mean, on your bass, right?
Yeah, my bass. Yeah.
Well, he sounds fabulous, and he's so smooth. My gosh.
Oh, he is very smooth. Yeah, yeah, he is. Yes.
Yeah, I'm enjoying his up close and personal strings.
I like the hat. It's very cool. He was Roberto, and Roberto plays this. Actually, Roberto plays this very cool instrument, an upright bass, but it's a kind of different upright. It's an electric upright bass. So it's you should have brought it today. Would have nice to show the listeners.
Oh, thank you.
But it's tell us about the upright bass you play with.
Well, it's like a combination. It's an electric upright bass, and I use that. I can use that on everything from big band to hip hop to like Nora Jones, kind of folk pop, soul. I could play Led Zeppelin on it. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's all bass for me.
Are you going to play that on her track on Wednesday? Why don't you bring it on Wednesday?
Depends on
what type of bass is it that you'll be using then?
It depends on the song, the kind of sound. But
I see.
It's made for salsa. It's made for jazz. It's a cool instrument. I'm happy to have it in my arsenal of instruments.
Well, that's what we'll be doing, right, Mike?
Yes, we will. We'll be playing it on Wednesday. We're going to be right here in the studio recording some more tracks for Hope Diamond on her upcoming EP. We're very excited about that.
I'm very excited.
And and we're going to be featuring Roberto Vally will be playing on it as well on Wednesday. So
special.
Yes, very good. You're listening to me, Mike Parlett, with the Mike Parlett Radio Show. We're going to kind of go a little bit big band on you. Is that all right? Can we do that?
Sure.
Let's do this Bobby Caldwell track. And this is his version of, what was it?
I Got the World on a String, and we recorded that years ago at Capitol, and in the same studio that Frank recorded the very same song and the very same arrangement.
Wow. That must
I think
have been
Steve
amazing.
McCann will appreciate this. He does that so beautifully on his upcoming album.
Yeah.
Doing songs like that. So it's going to be awesome.
Let's check it out. Here we are. Bobby Caldwell, I Got the World on a String. And here it is. And it features Roberto Vally on the bass.
I've got the world
Recorded at Capitol.
Sitting on a rainbow.
It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show right here on Solar Radio, your classic 21st century soul station. Great to have your company this evening. If you're listening live, we are 10 till midnight in the UK, and it's 2 till 4 on a very hot afternoon here in Los Angeles, California.
Got a new song I sing, I can make the rain go. Anytime I move my finger, lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life's a wonderful thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let you go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life's a crazy thing. As long as I hold that string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let you go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world. Man, this is the life. Hey, now, I'm in
It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. Oh, fantastic. We love big band. I want to say a shout out to all our big band fans out there. Don't forget to check out Dave Lewis's show here as well on the station. It's called Straight Ahead. Used to be mine, but I donated it to Dave Lewis because it came straight after this one. It was it's like a 4-hour marathon for me. But so David has been doing this show for a few years now.
Are
and
people
doing
up that time of the night in London?
Job. Yes, they are. They're up all night listening to Solar Radio. My special guest is Hope Diamond is on the show today, co-presenting, doing a fantastic job. And my special guest is Roberto Vally. We're going to talk a little bit more about the new album. It's called Tranquila, and we're going to play another Brazilian track from it. Tell us about this.
Okay, well, I was working on this track when I was also having Peter White come over, and we were editing his guitars on another song that maybe we can play a little later on in the program. But he heard this, and he heard what this wonderful Brazilian singer, this lyric that she sent me, and he really loved the track. He was asking me, how did you come up with this groove and whatever? And when we got to the outro, like the end of the song, and he said, Roberto, you hear that? That should be the hook. You need to feature that before. So I listened to the great Peter White, and I edited my track and put her vocal up front. And this was another song that I was looking for a singer. I knew that I kind of wanted the Portuguese Brazilian thing. And Carol Pirotto answered my ad, and like I had 20 different girls from all over the country and all Brazil, and I decided on you working with Carol, and she put down this amazing lyric, and it's called The Seduction in English, and I'll try to butcher it, the title, Nas do Cão in Portuguese.
Pretty good.
But it's basically, sex on a plate. In terms of the lyric, it's not pornographic or everything, but it's just talking about, you seduced me and I had no choice but to give in. And it's a cool, like, mixing jazz and Brazilian and reggae together. So check it out.
Very cool. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. I want to say hi to Joe Hussein listening to the show today, and of course Lenski Alfred, my very good friend in South Africa, in Doha in South Africa, listening to the program as well. I want to say hi to Machi Fukushima listening in Kochi in Japan. You be safe over there. There's typhoons over there right now. I want to say hi to Joyce Richard, Kendall Smith, and Richard Arkhurst, and David Hine, Joe Hussein. Hey Joe, thanks for tuning in. Richard Ford, Milan Klass, and Anita Carmichael. Hey Anita, great to know you're tuned in. And Mike Tanusis.
Te ame como
Roberto, Vally. Actually, we did play that track a little earlier on in the show, but we had a lot of requests for people wanting to hear it again. Beautiful song, Brazilian vibe. We got Hope Diamond in the house. Hey, Hope.
Hey, everybody. It is a pleasure. It's hot Sunday. 120 in Palm Springs. And,
it's really hot out there.
very cool to be here in LA, though. Nice 98 or something.
Oh no, it's still pretty. Yeah, it's nice, cool 98 degrees here, everybody, listeners, and it's really hot. I mean, you go out there.
It's really hot.
And it's just crazy. I don't know if I've ever been in LA when it's been so hot. I think this has got to be an all-time record. Yeah, actually.
Valley's pretty hot too, isn't it, right now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really hot.
Probably hotter than here, actually.
Yeah, but you're cool, my guy.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to keep you cool, everyone. I'm not quite sure. Now, we did play that song earlier on, but we are going to play another song from this album. Let's play. Which one was it again?
It's track number 8. It's entitled Na Seducao, which means the seduction.
All right. This was the track we were supposed to play. Apologies for playing that repeat track. Again, listeners, I'm ever so sorry. We just got a little carried away. But it's such a great track anyway, so it deserves another play. But this is the one we wanted to play.
Mm-hmm. This features Caro Pirotto on vocals and Ron King on trumpet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Send us a little message here on Facebook, and we'll give you a shout out if you're celebrating a birthday or anything you want to celebrate. We'd love to play you a special song as well, just to make the day a little bit special for you here on the Mike Parlett Radio Show. Thanks so much to Joe Hussein, and also want to hi to Patrick Barnett as well, tuned in. Hey Patrick, thank you so much, and Joyce Richards as well. We didn't forget you, Joyce. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Tentou
It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show, and that was a wonderful version. Did you write that song?
Yes.
Wow.
I did.
How many? You are very great, and you write from the bass, don't you? Really?
Yeah, I kind of write from the bass. Yeah, the heartbeat. Mm-hmm.
So how do you come up with your? Hope, did you want to say something to Roberto?
I was wondering. I do apologize. Vocals as well. I mean, lyrics as well, or
no,
just primary bass
I,
lines.
I sent that to Carol, and that's what she came up with. I just kind of like furnished the track, and that's how I've gotten all my songs on records. For artists like Boney James and Kirk Whalum.
Did you play with? Have you played on any of Boney James's tracks?
Oh yeah. All the early stuff, I played on lots of it. There's actually a friend in England forwarded me a wonderful video of one of Boney's first big shows in L.A. It was on the Wave stage, and it was like in the mid-'90s, and the band was just killing. Lan Richards, Alan Hines, Mark McMillan, and myself. Yeah, man.
That's amazing. Let's play. I want to play a track from Michael Franks right now, and this is something that you played back in the '90s. Mm-hmm. Now, what's the name of the track? This track again?
Your Secret's Safe with
Oh,
Me.
of course.
Your Secret's Safe with Me.
And we played that live in Tokyo, and with a total like a remote recording truck, and it was actually made into a DVD. Mm-hmm. And it's really nice.
Let's check it out. And this is you're on this. This is back in the days when you had some hair, right?
Yes.
Are we going to see that? Are we going to see that together?
I wish I could to do this, but we can see what we can do. But this is Michael Franks. Your Secret Safe with me, Roberto Vally on the bass. Very cool.
Much older now. You used to be 23. Suddenly the summer ends, and you don't know how. It was endless fun, hit and run. Sweet talk was your middle name. Always on the prowl. Just one dance, no romance. Living like an alley cat, and you sure could have. The secret safe with me. You're tired and lonely, the only cure will be love. The secret safe with me. You ain't no contender, you got no fist in your love. The secret safe with me. You're searching for someone who's got no lies to conceal. The secret safe with me. You're waiting for someone whose eyes will tell you it's real. Whose eyes will tell you it's real. Whose eyes will tell you it's real. Wait your turn. Don't you know the deepest love comes to those who wait? Why be smart? Hear your heart leading you to someone new. No, it's not too late.
Thank you. All of you. Wow, that was very, very cool. That was very indeed. The man himself looking very cool and dapper, Roberto Vally, on the stage there with the great... goodness gosh. Oh, sorry. That lead, sorry, I've got to get rid of that lead. It's horrible. Yes, with the great Roberto Vally. That was very nice, Roberto.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look very cool.
That was back in 1990.
Yes, where knew that guy was.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we want to say a shout out to a few other people tuned into the program today. Thank you so many people tuned in today. I want to say hi to who else have we got? We've got to say hi to Elmay.
Elmay, my girl.
Hi, Elmay.
Yes, and I want to say hi to as well a few other people tuned in. Willie Robinson is tuned in. Kendall Smith as well. I didn't forget you. And Richard Ford. Any of your friends watching the show today? Let's have a look and see, shall we? If you go on your Facebook page, Roberto, we shared the Facebook stream.
I know. I don't have my phone handy right now because I got a bass in my hands.
Right.
And I can only do so much. But I'm hoping that some of my friends are tuning in. My friends and fans, perhaps in the States and on the East Coast and in England also. Yeah.
Let's let's go into a little bit of Boney James and maybe play a track that you might have played with Boney James. Is there anything that comes to mind in particular?
Let's see. My gosh, it was so long ago. Well, we can play a song that I wrote for Boney. How about that?
Okay, that'd be great.
That's called Trinidad, and I actually played bass on it, and it's called Trinidad. I think it's on his Backbone album.
Indeed. Let's have a listen to this. This is Trinidad Boney James, written by Roberto Vally. Great to have you here today on the program, Roberto. You're listening to me, Mike Parlett, right here on the Mike Parlett Radio Show. Hope you're enjoying the show today. I want to say hi to Geraldine as well. Hey, Geraldine. Glad you tuned in today. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. I want to say hi to Clifford Griffith. It says, really enjoying all this great laid-back music. Keep it flowing. Thank you so much, Clifford. Great to know that you're tuned into the show. Now, we did say that we were going to do a competition.
Oh, wow.
A little competition. A chance for you to win a copy of this great CD. And it's really, this is what I'd say your best CD today, actually, Roberto.
Oh, man, thanks.
I'd say, I think we all agree that there's some really great artists on there.
That's stunning.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah, Hope likes it.
I do very much.
If Hope likes it, it must be
that
good.
Settles it. It's my best record. My
Where
best
can we
record.
purchase it at again? Where can we get it at? Actually, I'd like to know where we can purchase this at.
Yeah, well, people can always ask for it on Spotify and so forth and so on. But my favorite way is when people go to my website and order it through my website, robertovally.com, ROBERTOVALLY, and it'll be coming straight from me, and I'll personalize it with a little blurb and a signature for those who want that personal touch.
Yeah, that's nice. Where's my signature? We didn't sign mine.
I'm going to
Where's
sign
my signature?
yours, absolutely.
And Roberto's promised me that on the next CD he's going to have me come and play a little
Absolutely,
bit.
man. Some
Play
flute, maybe?
some alto flute, maybe.
Yeah.
I might get my alto flute. We can do a little kind of like live
not?
thing. Yeah, I might
Yeah,
go and
man.
grab it. I've got an alto flute. We can play. People like the live thing here.
Yeah,
they do like
that's
it.
good.
Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe get Hope to sing something. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
A little background for you.
Yeah, a little background.
I can do a little background, I
She
think.
does, yes, she does. Hope Diamond helping on the show. I know a lot of you listeners love having Hope here.
Thank you so much.
Because she just brings this class, don't you? We were talking about your shoes, weren't we, Hope?
Oh, stop it now. But thank you, darling.
Hope, I said, Hope, if you bought maybe one less pair of shoes,
Oh, we were talking about those
you could do another track on your album, right? Anyway, that's cool. We're going to go back to an album that you released back in 2017, and the album is called Pure Lines.
Yes.
Tell us about this. It's a track called Andalusia.
Andalusia.
And actually,
yeah.
it's pronounced Andalusia.
Yes.
In Spanish?
If you're
Castilla.
from Spain,
Spain,
yes. Well, it's just another one of those songs that kind of give my musical biography of my world travels and the different inspirations of different genres of music that I liked. So this is kind of, again, crossing over and mixing, flamenco and jazz, and Paul Brown doing his tasty guitar work on it. So it's called Andalusia, this song.
Check it out. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. We are here each and every week here on Solar Radio, and it's great that you tune in and listen to us and support the program. I want to say thanks to Hope Diamond for being here today and being the hostess with the mostest as always.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Hope.
It's always an honor.
Lovely to have you here, and I know your hubby's listening out there.
Yes.
Say hi to James.
Hey, mister. Hey, mister.
He's outside. He's in the car, I think, listening somewhere. Is that right?
I think he's talking.
Dropped off in your new green room.
Huh?
He's dropped off into your new green room here.
He's in the green room.
It's a beautiful room.
Yes, we got a new green room here at the studio.
We can do extra comfort.
Yes, we got. So when you come here to Talented Productions,
right.
You've got a nice place to go and chill out, and come and kick back. There's a nice couch there and a little kitchen area. And a little place you can go and make some coffee and have some snacks.
Coffee,
and stuff. Coffee, tea, and some crumpets, some cucumber sandwiches.
Well, I mean, it's just a super place to sit and relax in between the beautiful studio when
and
you
we do have
English.
We do have English tea in there as well. We do. We got PG tips for all us Brits that like to drink our tea. You know, Americans find it very funny that we drink so much tea.
I think it's the milk in it.
Well, that's partly it, but
I don't understand.
I don't know. I mean, we grew up drinking tea. That's what we do.
But it is beautiful.
I drink about 7 cups a day.
Nice.
However, it's beautiful.
When is there like the afternoon tea time? Is it like 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock, or am I totally wrong about everything?
Afternoon.
Yeah, you have tea in the morning,
right?
For breakfast,
and then a spot of tea in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Is there a time like
spot of tea? A spot of tea,
like maybe 3-ish or 5-ish, or when does one have one? Is there a time in England?
There's no set time.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if you're if you're like a real Englishman, it's usually afternoon tea is usually around about 4.
Do you shut the whole
3 or 4
down?
o'clock?
Beautiful.
You shut the whole town down to have tea?
No, we don't. It is. There's a lot of misinformation about our English tea.
I think you should serve us tea while we're in the studio.
Let's go back to the music. We're gonna play another track from Roberto's new album. It's very cool, and this one features Peter White. Tell us about working with Peter.
Well, I didn't actually have Peter in mind when I was writing this song. It kind of came to me after the guitarist, who I won't mention their names, they just didn't come up with anything, and I was waiting. Days turned into weeks, and I was just like, dude, are you going to give me something? And I thought, well, why am I bothering with this person when I know Peter White and people like that? And I called Peter, and he called me the next day. I said, hey, I'm going to send you a song. You think, would that be okay with you? Maybe you want to write a melody for this thing. And he said, well, send it along. And he called me. He said, Roberto, I got your song. I love it. I'll give me a few days to put up something and record something. And he sent me basically what you're hearing right now. And Peter also graced the song with some beautiful acoustic piano. That's
really?
all him.
Oh, he
all
plays
this beautiful
piano too.
intro
And accordion. He plays great
he
accordion.
plays accordion also, but he took it upon himself just to add this piano in, and I loved it so much. It's kind of like featured in the intro before the groove settles in. It's Peter doing his impersonation of Liberace.
Very cool. We'll have a listen to that.
He said Liberace.
I did. I did say that.
Liberace. We are listening. This is the Mike Parlett Radio Show. It is me, Mike Parlett. We are here every single Sunday evening. If you're listening to us live in the UK, it's 10 till midnight, and on the west coast of the United States, we are going out usually at 2 till 4 in the afternoon here live from Los Angeles. I can tell you that it is ridiculously hot. It's crazy. I mean, I've got AC here. We've got a new AC system up there. Nice Mitsubishi. I'm going to give them a shout out because they're really cool. And even Hope's sitting underneath there. Yeah, is it nice and
It's
cool?
just a beautiful room. I'm just impressed, period.
Yeah, and we got one in the green room, another AC outlet there, so it's nice and cool in here. When I walk out the door, it's like a heat blast. It's like when I was in Dubai. You
Mike,
walk
are
out
you
the
going to
hotel.
be able to survive Palm Desert when you come see me?
Sure, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Let's have a listen to this. This is Peter White, and it's from the new album by my special guest today, Roberto Vally. The album's called Tranquilia, and this is a wonderful tune called Blue Horizons. Peter White, right here on the Mike Parlett Radio Show. You're listening to me, Mike Parlett, here on Solar Radio, your classic and 21st century soul station. I want to say hi to Tony Munson. Tony usually tunes into my show. Don't forget to check out Munson's Mid-Morning Mayhem, 10 till 1 every weekday morning. go. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show, and we just gave you a little tour of the studio while that was going. And then Roberto was playing live bass. You were playing along with that, weren't you?
Trying to anyway.
Yeah, this was good. Well, you should have. You wrote the song, right? You don't know your own songs.
Well, two basses playing together, that's why there's not really many bands with two bass players playing at the same time.
Next time we'll bring down maybe a TV track without the bass on, and we can
that would be great. Sure,
live,
sure. But it's fun playing along with my jams.
Yeah, cool. Man, it's cool. Yeah. Oh, I was going to get my alto flute, and we're going to have a little jam. Is that all right, Hope? Do you mind if we do that?
What's that, darling?
Can we do that?
What are we going to do right now?
Hope, is your tune up on Spotify?
Oh, I am on Spot. Yes, Spotify, and yep.
Is it Never Can Say Goodbye on there?
Yes.
It should be.
Hope Diamond.
Now, if you want to Hope Diamond, if you want to have a listen to Hope Diamond's version of Never Can Say, tell us about this, Hope, and why you...
This Never Can Say Goodbye, as many people may know it, as a disco tune back in the day, along with Michael Jackson, but we took it a little bit mellower for the time. And with Paul McDonald at the helm, this is just a real sexy version of Never Can Say Goodbye. Yeah. Kind of like makes me think of how I like to be.
Oh, yes.
A little bit sexier.
Yeah, very nice. That's definitely something you have no problem with.
and Mike Parlett is doing his thing on it.
Yeah.
You guys don't play. He's very, very...
Now, I got to play...
yes,
I'm a bit nervous sitting in front of the bass guru himself here.
Oh, okay.
But I got to play... bass on this song, on that very bass that you're holding.
Okay.
Tony Moore on the drums,
yes,
and Hope, of course, on vocals, and then Paul McDonald's arrangement. But we didn't have time to get all the brass players, so I played all the brass
eloquently
on my Iwi. And then the saxophones, of course, I did as well, and played a little guitar on it too. So this is a version of Never Can Say Goodbye. Hope you enjoy it. Hope Diamond. And she's got some more great music coming out, so watch this space and you'll enjoy. Listen to this. Hope Diamond, Never Can Say Goodbye. Check it out.
Never can say goodbye. Never can say goodbye. Every time I think I've had enough, I start heading for the door. But there's a very strange vibration piercing me right through the core. It says, turn around, you fool. You know you love him more and more. Tell me why. Is it so? Don't wanna let you go. I never can say goodbye. Oh, I never can say goodbye. No, no, no. Oh, I never can say goodbye. No, I soon all gonna work out. But there's that same unhappy feeling. There's that anguish, there's that doubt. It's the same old dizzy hang-up. Can't do with you or do without. Tell me what has it so? Don't wanna let you go. Never can say goodbye. Oh, I can't, I never can say goodbye. Well, I never can say goodbye. Never can say goodbye. Tell me what is it so? Don't wanna let you go.
Just shows how the bass is supposed to be played. With Roberto Vally
right.
here is I enjoyed that. Yeah, maybe we have to do another remix and have you play bass. It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show, and of course that is the current single from the lovely Hope Diamond, and she very nicely sang that. As it's always nice to have that played here in the studio. I want to say a shout out to quite a number of other people that join us. People come in and out of the show. I want to say hi to Vanga Sued, S-U-E-D, Sued, and Lisa Love. Hey, Lisa Love is tuned in. You know, Lisa, she's a great piano player.
Don't know Lisa.
Yeah, she's great.
No.
And also,
she need a bass player?
You never know.
I'm
and
totally
also,
shameless.
And also hi to Bernard Vander Vandal as well, tuned into the program today. Thank you. Now, I have to tell you, if you're watching on Facebook and the Facebook link goes down, Facebook, in their infinite wisdom, and I do not know why they do this, cut me off after about an hour, and then I have to reconnect again because they think that I'm stealing copyright music. But the fact is, I'm playing the music of the artists that are sitting in the room with me. And they still, because it's copyright music,
they don't love me.
They don't
love me. Actually, I did an interview with Will and Jack a few weeks ago, and after they aired it once, Facebook muted all my live audio of me playing along with my record. Those nice folks. My record, they muted it so you could watch me play. So what they did was they directed the listener to YouTube. So they watch me talk about it, but then when the music comes on, you have to click to YouTube. Okay. And then you could hear the audio. It's crazy.
Oh wow! You got to pick up the mic, else no one's going to hear you, my darling. Yeah,
all I know is
right.
It's fabulous.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. There you go. So now we got about another 10 minutes of the program before we hand over to Peter Smedley and the Soul Vibration Show here on Solar Radio. Don't forget, we're here each and every week. And if you want to listen to our show as well, and you don't happen to stay up because it gets late in the UK, I understand, you can go to mixcloud.com, go to Mixcloud, and then simply pick up our show each and every week from Mixcloud. Go to Mike Parlett Radio Show, and we will be there for you to download and subscribe to our podcast each and every week. And it's great to have that opportunity to do that. I want to say hi to my ex-boss, Justin Keary. Hey, Justin, great to know that you're tuned in to the program today. Justin, you've got to come over and stay here, man. We've got a nice new place for you to come and hang out. Bring the family. And it's always lovely to have here Justin, a really cool guy and a tech guru. He is like the Elon Musk of the UK.
Very cool.
I'm sure he'll appreciate me saying that. Anyway, so great to know you're tuned into the program today. We're going to finish off, we're going to maybe play another couple of songs before we finish the program today. Let's tell us about this one.
Okay, well, like I've said in the past, I love to mix stuff up, and I often ask, like, well, what if Bob Marley lived long enough to collaborate with Miles Davis, you know, and maybe with some Sister Carol vocals. So this is not your typical smooth jazz song, but people love it. There's actually a video of this song. It's very trancey, and it's my humble attempt at mixing jazz and reggae. It's called Good News Natty, and it features a wonderful vocalist that I got higher than a kite with in an airport terminal in New York City. Her name is Saskia Mount Zion. She lives in Milwaukee. So Saskia, if you're listening in, this goes out to you. Thank you for your beautiful lyric and poetry on this song entitled Good News Natty.
Good news, Natty. Yes, I'm bringing good news, Natty. Envision yourself a wise master, not a paranoid fool. Envision your mind can move faster, elevation is cool. Bring beauty to the world, fill it with love and grace. We don't need no more negativity in this place. Put a little love in this place. Put a little smile on your face. Open up to deep inner space. Get into the drum and the bass. I'm bringing good news, Natty. Good news. Yes, I'm bringing good news, Natty. Good news. Yeah, I'm bringing good news, Natty. Good news. I'm bringing good news, Natty. Good news. Envision yourself a wise master, not a paranoid fool. deep in space. Get into the drum and the bass. I'm bringing good news, naughty, good news. Yes, I'm bringing good news, naughty, good news. I'm bringing good news, naughty, good news. Yes, I'm bringing good news, naughty, good news. Good news is on its way to you. You're enjoying awareness. Relinquish the past and bring on the good news. Believe and trust and know the full blessing of Jah. Believe and trust and know the full blessing of Jah. 'Cause you're a soul warrior. Good news.
It's the Mike Parlett Radio Show. I love that track. I love it. Oh, you needed some
Nice.
saxophone on that, man. You needed
That
some.
is an
Well,
absolutely beautiful.
I mean,
On the
Ron-
next one.
yeah, on the next one. On the next one.
Yes.
But Ron did do a nice job, man.
He did.
He just comes in
Yeah.
I just said, man, just conjure your miles.
Girl, if you really
Your Miles
want to
Davis.
get your funk on, you better
what's-
check out
what's
the Mike Parlett Show
Uh-oh.
here on Solar Radio. He's the funkiest white boy I have ever known.
I'm gonna steal
That's
that.
All
what
right.
they tell me. That's what they tell. Anyway, speaking of funky white boys, that is me, and it is the end of the show. Unfortunately, everybody say ah.
Oh man.
We're handing over to
Shucks.
Peter Smedley, and we're going to take you out with this, the original version of Rio de Janeiro Blow. We opened the show with it, so we're going to take you out with this and handing over to Peter Smedley. I'll be back next week with another Mike Parlett Radio Show. Thank you so much for joining me today,
What a pleasure.
and thanks to Roberto Vally for joining us today. Don't forget, check out mixcloud.com for our podcast, and Mike Parlett Radio Show. We'll be back next week with another special guest, David Martinez, a great guitarist, will be with me next week. We'll see you soon.
Night.
Everyone knows I can't make a move without you. You're turning my whole world upside